Assassin and I'm here today to do Toriko chapter 364 review. Now before I start this review, let's all have a moment of silence for the late Dawn's line.
Oh, Dad. Oh, Dad.
Now that being said, I think I could bring some good news to this chapter because I don't think Dawn's line is dead. And the reason why that is because of this picture right here. I think that the Blue Nitro pair took a bite out of Dawn's line. That being said, if he did took a bite out of Dawn's line, then his cells are extremely weakened because most of his cells have been digested by Neo, but there are still some cells left in a pair, so he can rebuild himself if that's the case. I'm not sure because the picture right here is kind of fuzzy. I can't tell if Pear took a bite of Dawn's line or not. I just don't know, but there could be a glimmer of hope right there. That some cells of Dawn's line have been saved and that he could reform himself in 1 million years or how long it takes Gourmet Demon to reform. Now, that being said, Neo is something else. And when I say something else, I mean it literally. He's out of this universe. Dawn's line created a small star, a dying star. So that thing, that sphere of energy that we saw in last chapter, that was a dying star. And Neo ate the explosion of a dying star. Just like that. Chump, nothing more. And for the first time in history, I think Dawn's line was both terrified and intrigued. He was intrigued because he knew no one that could actually eat the explosion of a supernova. That was way too extreme for him. But then we jump into a discussion Dawn's line had with Ichiryu on the other plane. And basically what it boils down to is that Ichiryu thinks that each step in the gourmet appetite is evolution. So while you are alive, you develop your gourmet appetite, and when you die, that gourmet appetite remains with you and you get transformed into something else. So there are certain stages of transformation, if you will. Just like the water in an ocean evaporates, goes to the clouds, then it rains down and creates rivers, then it goes into the ocean again, there's a repetitive cycle to the gourmet appetite. And I think what's hinted upon here is the fact that Neo himself is the gourmet Big Bang, because I think 20 chapters ago or something like that, it was stated that the gourmet energy has been here since the creation of Toriko's universe. It was the gourmet Big Bang. So that gourmet energy had to come from somewhere. And if Ichiryu is right, if all things are repetitive, if all things are in a cycle, then Neo is both the end and the beginning of the cycle. Because Neo will eat everything that is in this universe, then the thing that's building on gestating, according to Ichi's words, the thing that's gestating in the other plane will probably explode, creating a new universe. Because what is that thing gestating? Probably a new universe. Probably. I think that's what is hinted here, that Neo is both the Alpha and the Omega. He's both the beginning and the end. I kind of feel sad about that. Because that's what Neo really is. Then this is the end of Toriko, because you cannot find anyone more powerful than Neo. Neo is supposed to end the universe and to give birth to another new universe. So yeah, I think the end of Toriko is pretty near, but it is a very interesting, very cool concept that you have a gourmet demon that Dawn's line even says he's not from this world. But his gourmet cells have a different color than our gourmet cells. What that means, we don't know exactly. Maybe we will find out in the future. But it's very, very interesting. If my theory is right, then he is gestating a new universe inside of himself. It is what it is. And now that Dawn's line has been eaten entirely from what we can see, I think they will move on with hunting God. And that's where the final battle is going to be. Of course, nobody says shit about Center because there's still Center. So I don't know what exactly is going to happen, but for the time being, Toriko and the four heavenly kings and the others are waiting for God, and Pear has come to take Cassia so they can kill Gio, because apparently the Blue Nitro cannot outstand Gio. Gio is more powerful than the Blue Nitro, and Gio in this picture, he looks terrifying. He just looks terrifying, and they need the Cassia's help to defeat Gio, and that's insane. So we'll probably see Gio fighting Akasi. I hope so. But basically that's the chapter. The chapter is kind of sad because Dolph Line was the ruler of the universe. And as the ruler of the universe, to see him panicking the way he did and starting to fear Neo, it's kind of sad. And the thing is that now he's gone. He was not a prevalent character in Toriko, but even so, he was very important for the story, and now he's gone. And Ichiryu is gone because Ichiryu didn't want to come back. Now we have confirmation that Ichiryu does not want to come back to life. So now, if Akasia kills Jiro, everything will stand on Toriko and the four heavenly kings. It will rest upon their shoulders. The protection of the entire universe, and that's some heavy shit. So I'll end the review right there. Rate, comment, please subscribe. It would mean a lot to me if you subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice day.
Any rational society would either kill me or put me to some use.